We out here, dog. That should be
We
the
out
intro
here,
for this
dog.
one.
I think for this one, that's where we're at. I think happy holidays. I hope everyone
Happy
has
Thanksgiving, yeah.
Yep. Thanksgiving.
Be safe.
If people destroy their sinks, putting turkey fat down their sink, they know who to call.
Give us a call.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
We might be at Thanksgiving. No, but yeah, call us. Yeah, if you guys need anything, let us know. Also, yeah, just have a safe, happy holidays. Obviously, more episodes will drop for Christmas, but same thing for then. Just safe holidays. Don't drink and drive. Love your family. Love the people around you, and then enjoy it because tomorrow's not promised.
That's right, baby. Welcome back to the Dino Service Bros with the Dino Service Bros. Happy to be back. What's up, David?
What's happening, dude? Feels like I just seen you. Like we drove in the same car here.
We did. We spent way too much time together.
Yep, it's kind of weird. Not really. I have a great time. But, well, dude, let's dial it in a little bit. I think for us, we as Dino Plumbing and Service Pros have some pretty cool news, I guess. Today we received that we won best of Washington County Plumber.
Top 3, baby.
I was gonna say top 3. We didn't like win, but we got number 3. You know, we've only been in business for a little bit over a year and a half, maybe about a year and a half now. So for us, it's a massive win, mainly when we're going up against some massive, private equity companies, corporations here. So I think it's a big win for us, just starting out with really nothing. We talk about it a lot. We started with life savings, which really wasn't much. I'm 26 now. So starting off, we really just threw whatever we had at it. So to be here, to kind of get award, even be top 3, I mean, that's a big, massive win for us. It's just a start. So next year we're coming for you. We're taking that number 1 spot.
And it was a surprise too. It wasn't like we entered our name. Like,
no,
someone chose us.
Yeah, it literally Brad went and grabbed the mail, came back in the office. He's like, dude, we won an award. Like for what? Hey, was it we won a credit card? Hey, we got $500,000. I was like, what do we
Going
win?
on a trip to Fiji.
Yeah, I was like, all right, yeah, sounds good, man. But no, I think that's massive for us. It's a stepping stone in the right place and a milestone for us as a small company.
And we're up there above, like we're with the big companies. We're above some other bigger companies, and it's pretty. I don't know. I feel special.
Dude, number 3, and there's at least 5 massive companies in this town, like big companies. And we made number 3. So it's not a bad day to be Dino Plumbing.
Nah,
it's pretty good.
maybe not today.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But no, I think, like I said, for that, like as a small company, I think that's just, it's a massive takeaway, mainly when like you're feeling down, like you're trying to get the groove of things. You're like, are we doing this right? What are we doing wrong? Trying to just dial it all in. So as a small company, those wins are massive for us. Obviously it helps boost like our morale to be like, hey, we're on the right pace and like going where we need to go. So for me, I think it's massive. It's a great thing for our guys in the field that are actually out there getting the reviews, because we're not in field as much as we used to be. So, I mean, our guys are just doing massive things out there, great reviews, and they just keep growing this company for us. So massive win.
I'm pumped.
Take the dub,
Clearly,
baby. Take the dub. But what do you got?
I don't know. You brought up like a good point to talk about. Somber it out a bit. Like we go through these days of where it's like, man, are we doing things right? Like are we winning? But our doors are open and our guys are happy. So I feel like that's a win.
Are you happy?
Yeah. It's an emotional roller coaster though.
Yeah.
Like we just opened up that location in Idaho, it's way rad, but then it's still like, that's completely separate from here.
Dude, and you know what, speaking of that, I know we kind of talked about it last time, where it's kind of like, we just keep getting excited about this Idaho location and starting it. But now that it's been starting, I think this is where like, it's kind of hard to beat yourself up. Like whoever is listening, like trying to start a business, like it really all depends on where you're at, right? Like starting here in St. George, it took us a long time to just get traction. Even to today, like it's still like we got our traction. Like we stay busy. Like now, I mean, we ran 12 calls today.
Mm-hmm.
And so like that's a massive, thing for us where it took so long to just get to 12 calls a day, 10 calls, 12 calls, whatever. But going to Idaho, which is like what I'm getting at is the location of things, right? St. George, we got a lot of plumbers here. It's a small town. I think we have a population of like 250,000 or so, give or take, in Washington County. 200 to 250,000, somewhere in between there. But it took us a long time just to get the ball rolling in the right direction, where it's like, we had 3 calls. We're like, yeah, this is massive.
We hustled for them too. Like Facebook every day, twice a day.
What, door knock? Like not even door knocking, but flyer. Like we would just go hang flyers on doors and stuff. Some people hated us for it, whatever. But like starting out in Idaho, it's been this is week 2.
We're literally only in it 1 week. We started last Monday.
Yeah, and that thing's already just going, like, taking off. And we haven't even put much money into the marketing aspect or anything like that. And really just based off of the location, the population, and just really they don't have a lot of massive plumbing companies out there. There's not a lot of service companies out there. So, I mean, if you're listening wherever you're listening at, like, it really depends on where your market is. And Idaho, obviously, just starting out has been a massive change. Like, there's marketing apps we use, like, outside of Google, right? It's like Yelp, Thumbtack, stuff like that. And those, like, we use them here.
Nextdoor.
Yeah, we use them here, and they were like, we'd get 1 or 2 like every month.
We still beg for those here.
Yeah, and then out there, it's like 3 a day.
Boom,
We're
boom,
like,
boom. Yeah.
whoa, like we just opened up. So it's awesome. And I say that just like wherever you guys are like starting your location, like really look at your market, really understand like what they're needing to know and understand, I guess, what your growth is going to look like. Even though it could be massive and you could be the plumber, and take over that county, like the process is going to be different everywhere you're at, So time wise, like, you can sit there and beat yourself up. Why am I not here, faster? But if it's like the market you're in, you really can't, beat yourself up too heavy because you're doing all the right things. You're taking all the right steps. But, these companies that have been here 12, 15 years have already turn off your sound.
Oops.
But
sorry. Oh, it's the work phone. The work phone's ringing. Sorry, guys. We're back.
But what was I saying? With that, it's like, you can't beat yourself up. Like I said, you got companies that have been here 15 years in a population that is like St. George. It's small, where people have built their relationship with their plumber. They're like, oh, these are a company we've used for the last, 15 years. Like, we're just going to continue to use them. So it's hard to step into here and really make a difference and like pull those customers towards you. It's a lot more work,
especially right away.
Yeah, it's a lot more work. You go to Boise, you throw a wrench, you're going to hit,
gonna hit a nut.
Yeah, you're gonna hit something. You're gonna hit something. You're gonna hit somebody, but you're gonna get it. Your phone's gonna ring a lot quicker just because of how many like people there are there and how there's not a lot of plumbers there, so it's just growing quicker. So, I mean, I say all of that just in the sense of like, don't beat yourself up if you're doing everything right and you're in an area where it's just small, right? So it's gonna be harder. You're gonna have to work.
Show up, get started.
Yeah, you have to work 50 times harder than the next guy just because of where you're at in a small town. But you go to somewhere massive, your odds of taking off are a lot
easier.
Yeah,
and that's not to deter people away from starting business here.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're listening from St. George,
don't start in St. George if you're a plumber.
Or start just
my
get
town.
started.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm just joking.
Start with 1 van. Don't start with 3.
Yeah. Yeah. Take your time.
We didn't have a choice.
Yeah, that's like why our growth process has been quick too. I mean, obviously, like people want to build slow and like dial certain things in. Like your company, like boom, I want to make this like we kind of talked about it. Well, we want to make sure St. George is like solid, but it's just like having kids, right? It's like
it's never gonna be solid.
When I'm financially ready, we'll have kids, and here you are, 50 years old, like, well, it don't work no more. So like I can't have a kid anymore. So same thing like here, like. We had to grow a little bit quicker to bring in additional revenue where we want it. But that's also because we hired a lot of guys that are family to us. So just getting them out of situations that they didn't want to be in and just growing something as a team and as a family here, like it's been awesome. But yeah.
That's like one of my favorite things though. You're going to start one day or is today day one?
Yeah. Today is day one. Every day is day one.
Every day is day one.
We're just going to keep going. So it's like Idaho, it's like, well, we're just going to send it. We're going to shoot it and we're going to see what happens. So
and we're already talking about California.
We're coming. Dude, I'm so excited. I'm excited for the growth expansions. I think anybody, like a lot of people, and obviously, I mean, we kind of talked about it too, where it's like, we're just going to be like this little thing. But it's like, as you start to grow this atmosphere where people just like really like click to it and like love it, you know, that mom and pop vibe. Like that's all we wanted to do was just like, hey, we're gonna go put them in other locations, and yeah, quote unquote, you could say it's corporate or it's whatever, but really it's just all we're trying to do is keep every location tiny, so every customer gets that mom and pop feel, you know. So it's not like, oh, here we got 20 vans and just go take advantage of these people. It's like, no, let's keep the mom and pop vibe, keep a small crew. Everyone like in our company makes a good living. By any means, we're not rich, you know, we're not going to make it rich, but, you know, each location will help us, help the team, and help everyone live a good life. So I'm excited for it.
Me too. There's an advantage. I think we're winning.
Yeah, I think it's great. And then shoot for those. Like, that's what you want to be. That's where I think people fail with like the awards, you know. It's like the awards, even though we didn't expect it, it's a good pat on the back, you know, because it's like you want, like for us, right, it's our name on the company. Even though we have guys doing the work, it's our face, it's our name. Like everything comes back to Dino, and that's us. So you want your work to be good. You want people to like recognize you as a great company, and not these guys are scabby. They're taking advantage of everyone. Or their pricing is too high for the quality of work that they do. So I mean, you got to take pride in it.
Do you remember, this is a side story, but do you remember when we were sitting outside of Moffett when we went down there?
Yeah.
One of those trips?
Yeah.
And we looked into their window and it was just like award after award after award.
Yeah.
I remember sitting in there thinking like, man, how do we win awards? Like, how do we get to that point? So that award feels pretty good today. First one on the shelf.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one. And that's good. Like when you show up to a shop like that, you're going to see those awards. And like, if you really look at them, some sure, you know, not for Moffett, but like in general, some people have some like BS ones, but like,
oh yeah,
you got Moffett that wins best of Orange County, best of Anaheim or whatever. Like that's massive cities that they're in, you know? So to win that is amazing for those guys too. But you know, you as a customer, if you come into their office and you see that, you're like, oh wow, like realistically, they're
doing something right.
Yeah. They're doing something right. There's not a lot of people. I mean, there's not a lot of people. There's a lot of people in that town. So for them to be like, this is the best company there is amazing. You know, in St. George, it's still great and all, but it's like, there's not a lot of people. So if you could win that in a massive city like that, I mean, I think it's huge. And that's what I think everyone should be striving for, is like, how can I be the best that the city recognizes that we are the best, you know? Because it's one thing to be like, a lot of people all say it on marketing. Oh, we're the number one. Like,
yeah.
recommended by your mom. You know, like everyone's going.
It's like the movie Elf when he sees the sign on the coffee shop and it says voted world's best cup of coffee.
Yeah,
he runs in and he's like, "Oh my god, congratulations!"
He's like, huh?
"You did it!" Yeah.
Yeah, I want the elf energy, man, for sure. I need that energy in my life.
It's also Christmas time, so I like the elf.
It's Thanksgiving. We haven't even got past Thanksgiving yet.
The tree goes up November 1st.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't. Whatever. I'm a November baby, so I don't like the people that are like, let's throw the Christmas tree up before Thanksgiving. I'm like, just can we wait?
Are you a Scrooge?
The heck does that mean?
Like a bah humbug? Like, I hate Christmas.
No. No. I don't think so. I mean, I like the holidays. I don't like all the money that's spent. I'm like, well, there goes a month of my work hours out the door, you know? I think it's cool. I don't know. This is so side note. These episodes are kind of just like, we're just kicking it now, but you know, like with, I'm gonna stop playing with that. Sorry, probably making a lot of noise, but, with it, it's like, I was talking to my kids, you know, my kids are young. Clay's 8, Gracie's 4, Nico's like almost 2. I mean, he's a little over a year and a half, but, so he don't count. He didn't have a voice in it, but you know, Gracie and Clay, we were talking about like for Christmas, right? I was asking him, would you guys rather have all the gifts? You know, like open up all these presents that cool in the moment are like worth something, but like a month later, like they're not playing with half of them, right?
Oh yeah.
And you spend, you know, $500,000, whatever it is, like for everyone's Christmas. And it's like for me, I don't remember a lot of like the little things. I remember the bike, the Xbox, you know, the cool things or whatever. But it's like the little toy cars, like you don't remember that. So I asked the kids, I'm like, do you guys want to continue to do this? Like, cause like it's your choice. Like I'm happy with whatever you guys want. You guys are my kids. Like we'll do what you want. Would you rather have gifts open up on Christmas, or would you rather have like go travel for Christmas? And they all were like, no, we'd rather travel. Like we want to see the world. I was like, dude, cool. Like I'd rather spend the money on that, go do family trips everywhere, make the memories that they're like, oh yeah, mom and dad took us, you know, all these cool places. Instead of being like, I think mom and dad got me a good Christmas. I remember opening a lot of things, but I don't remember what I got.
3 of them, 3 Christmases. Yeah.
That's all I remember, you know, like my parents balled out for us. Like we had big Christmases in my house, you know, but I still don't remember them, like I remember, like I said, the big things, the big gifts, but other than that, I'm like, I don't remember the other little things. So
I don't know. We won an award this year. It's all I want.
yeah, you're like, that's all I want for Christmas is a win award. Yeah.
But I do want to bring this up because this isn't my first business. We've talked about it before. And I remember in my first business when I was 24, 25, my whole focus was like a look at me, right?
Yeah.
Like look at what we do, and we would announce anything we did and we would chase those things. And so one of the things I focused on when we started this business was, hey, if we just show up and do right by our employees and our customers, things like that will come. So just for me personally, the growth that's come from then till now is it's pretty incredible. Everybody out there that knows me will appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the nice thing about it all is like having your like viewpoint on it, like being business partners on this. Like the nice thing is like keeping me accountable. Not saying that I wouldn't be, but I'm gonna just like be realistic, right? Like if you do this stuff solo and like you get all this money, like, and it's everything you wanted, you're like, I'm gonna just go blow it. Boom, boom, boom. Like you look at NFL players, you look at all these people with a lot of money and they're all broke, all working towards the end, a lot of them go broke because they spend it all on it and like in so much debt. But it's like, okay, yeah, we got this money, but how can we invest it? Like, yeah, sure, we got all this money, but we actually don't. We're going to put it here, and keep growing different things. So it's like, we're going to live broke for a while just to keep growing things. But also being like, okay, bro, like, realistically, did you need,
chill out,
did you need a Lambo? Did you need 3 side-by-sides? You know what I mean? Like stuff like that where it's like when people will live like that and not have all that money. Like they taste $1 million and they're like, oh, I'm rich. And it's like, oh man, I ain't even rich. You know, like that's far from it actually.
That's how I was. The first $1 million I made was spent in, I think, like 6 months, which is crazy.
That's a long time. That's a good amount of time. I was spending in a month. Give me a week with $1 million. It's gone. Bro, buy a house, buy a car, broke. Like
those were all bought. We had to build the house, bought the cars, bought the razor.
That's the nice thing.
But in the end, I don't have any of it.
Yeah, what do you have to show for it? You have to start over. So, but it's a great lesson for you. You know what I mean? Like in that aspect, like I said, I think if we didn't have this business relationship, being as young as I am, like that will slip, right? You kind of get that taste of money, and it's like, cool. What can I get? What can I get? But not knowing that this thing could close tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like realistically, like it could close tomorrow, and that be that. So I enjoy it because it's like, oh no, bro, we don't need that. Like, I mean, sometimes we're bad, we're like, what's another 1,000 rounds of ammo? Let's go shooting again. What's this? But I mean, we keep it pretty humble around here. It's like, all right, we don't need that $3,000 set of golf clubs,
Yeah.
So,
well, that's the cool thing about you though, is you have a perspective at your age that I didn't at that age, where you have 3 kids, right? So
yeah,
like you're not in this just for yourself. Whereas when I started it, I was in it for myself, and I wanted everybody to know that it was me that had the business. I could really care less if anyone knows that I have a business or what I do.
Yeah.
Right? But it's just more about like, I think what stands out more than anything is for you, how much you show up for your team, and then seeing in return how much your team shows up for you.
Yeah, no, 100%. And it all comes back to the whole, like, having kids young, right? I mean, no one needs to go have kids young, but I mean, that's a big part of it. Like, even when we hire people, like, for the most part, it's like, do you have a family? Because if you have a family, like, I know you're responsible. I mean, hopefully, majority are responsible, right? But it's like, if they speak highly of their kids and like their family life, then, coming into work, they're there for a responsibility. Like, hey, I need to provide for my family. So like, even coming into this for me, it's like, do you take the leap and go start a business, or do you just like keep working as an employee? Which either one is fine, but it's like that risk. It's like, well, if I take that risk, it's going to hurt for a while, first 3-5 years is going to hurt really bad. And hopefully it goes the right way to hopefully make a better life for my family. It's worth the risk, but it gives you that motivation every day to show up and like, hey, if I fail, like, it's not just me. They're all going to hang from this, like I can't take them all with me. Either I got to do this right or just like not do it at all.
Well, what's the risk really? Like this fails, we could go back and get a job, right?
Yeah.
So the risk is kind of managing lifestyle versus wants, I feel like.
Yeah.
Right. Or lifestyle versus responsibilities. Because we could go work somewhere and have a cool lifestyle, but that lifestyle would also tap out at some point, right? Because you're working for somebody, so you can only make so much. You're building someone else's dream at that point.
Yeah, and that's what you really don't want. Like, I mean, like I say, there's no wrong wrong way. Like I enjoyed working. Honestly, I thought I was gonna work for years before I started my own thing. But it's just that it's like to give your kids something to look up to change. Like that's my biggest thing. Like okay, graduating, walking the stage. Like that in itself. Like I know a lot of plumbers are like, oh, I don't want to walk the stage. When they graduate trade school, like it's just a trade school. Like I'm here for my certification and to go home. But it's like, well, you got kids. You know what I mean?
You guys have a graduation?
Yeah, there's
when?
I don't know.
Are we riding out for it?
We riding out, but like with that, it's like you for the graduation, right? You like as just a single dude, you're probably like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna get my certification and I'm gonna just go back to work. But like when you have kids, it's like, all right, let me prove to you, like, or let me show you why I was gone all these nights.
Yeah.
Let me show you why, like, I work so hard. So you give them something like, hey, it doesn't matter what you do. Like at my age, which is still young, 26 is young. I don't care. It's young. But like when you get up on that stage and you show them like, this is why dad went to school every night. This is why, I work so hard. So like, no matter what, you guys still have the opportunity to do this. Like you give them something to look up to and to follow, and hopefully that they follow in your footsteps, but one up you, And that's really all I want, and I tell all the guys too, it's like, no, walk that stage for your kids, like not for you, but for your kids and for yourself, but at the end of the day, like give your kids something to look up to because that makes them proud. They're happy when, oh, dad graduated, woo, but they'll remember those moments. Like I remember being at dad's graduation. So I think it's everything. I think you should be proud of all the accomplishments and the milestones that you make in life because it goes for both.
Celebrate the small wins.
Yeah, it goes for men and women, but, knowing a lot of how I'm a man, so knowing how men work, like we're very, like our achievements are small, like we keep them tiny, like, yeah, cool, like on to the next thing. Like I got to keep it pushing. Like this was just a step so I could finish what I got to do. You know what I mean? So, but like celebrating those little wins and enjoying that moment for even if it's just 5 minutes and boom, back to it, So
I think you mentioned it though, for the kids, show them something.
Yeah, show them something.
Because at their age too, they don't even understand why they're in school or what they're working towards. They just know they're there. It's like their favorite subject is friends.
Yeah, I mean that's what it comes down to. That's all. I'm like, my life's all about friends. But you get lost.
But you built it that way.
Yeah, you get lost in it. You really do. Like just your day to day, you get lost in the sauce. It's like, you go to school for 8 hours a day and you're like, oh, whatever. What am I learning? It's the same thing, repetitive. I'm just trying to get my high school diploma. Then it's like college. Well, some people go to parties. Some people are like, I don't know. I didn't know what else to do. So I went back to school, and then trade school. Like, hopefully it's what you were going to trade school to do what you want to do. But I think the achievements are everything. I think it comes down to, just enjoying the moments. That's all I got to say to it.
Can we talk about Christmas again, though?
What do you want to talk about Christmas?
No, it's the time of year. So how about Thanksgiving, right? Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about Thanksgiving?
The Thanksgiving walk before Thanksgiving.
The what?
You go and walk with your cousins. Hey, let's go take a walk. Before you
tell
eat.
us. No,
I was just kidding. It don't even matter. The people,
no, you got something to say.
No, the people that do know will be like, yeah, that's right. We're going to go take that walk, and go do a little smoky smoke. But that's
it's like a hood thing.
No, you go smoke weed before you eat dinner. You got to get the munchies before you go eat dinner. Never mind. I was just kidding. I don't do that stuff. You can drug test me, but
we have to.
Yeah, we have to stay clean. But no, growing up in California, obviously, like all my cousins and my uncles and stuff. I remember growing up as a kid. They're like right before Thanksgiving dinner. They're like, "Hey, we're gonna go. We're gonna take a walk." I
didn't have that same experience.
Yeah, you grew up with cops as parents, man. That's why I'm like, you don't know, bro. Like, no, but. Going back down there, even till like now, like we're going down there this Thanksgiving, so we're going down this week, I guess. But like they'll do the same thing. They'll like we'll be there and I'll have cousins like, hey, we're gonna go take a walk, and I'm like, I got you. But going back to like the real matter of things,
sorry, Idaho's calling.
It's all good. But going back to like the real aspect of it all, I guess like my favorite thing is just a family gathering. I grew up with a big family. For the holidays, we all get together. That's probably like the biggest thing I would say I miss about being in the state of Utah. Now that I have my older brother up here and his family, like I love that. And like my cousins are here. My mom's mom, so my grandma lives out in Enterprise. But it's still like our Thanksgivings are so small here. There's not a lot of like we don't have a big family here. But in California, man, the house is packed blocks packed of cars. Like, so my favorite part of it all is truthfully is just the family gathering, even though sometimes like people are throwing hands at my family parties, which is cool. But like, that's all part of it. Like, you know, like at the end of it, they hug it out and they're like, all right, well, you're knucklehead, but I love you still, you know? So I would say my number one thing about Thanksgiving and just the holidays in general is just all the family being together, sharing laughs, you know? Mainly for me, like I miss it here, like being away from it all. Like I think a lot of people take it for granted, you know, like people take that for granted, having a full, you know, table for the holidays. So like for me being away and like watching like my family grow, like I got cousins I've seen like 3 times, you know what I mean? Just in person, like 3 or 4 times, and they're 10, 12, you know, they're older now. And I'm like, dang, I've really missed a lot of their lives just being out here, all for good reason, you know what I mean? For me and my family. But like, you take it for granted. I think when it's like, you already know, like, hey, every weekend we get together. For us, it was always Raider games. Every Sunday we have family parties. So we're having parties with family, seeing family. But for me now, and my kids too, like they love it, is when we go down and all the families there, man, it's like everyone's just having a great time. So I honestly don't think you could beat it. And if there was only one thing, like if there was no food, no gifts, no nothing, I would just take having family time.
The family time?
Yeah.
That's cool.
What's yours?
Ooh, good question. I like the family time. My Thanksgivings were a lot different. We had a smaller family. My dad was an only child. My mom had a brother and sister. But, you know, as they get older and build their own families, they kind of fly their own coop and do their own thing. So our Thanksgivings, like the biggest thing I like about it was I felt like it was the one time out of the year where we actually sat down and got time with each other and got to understand where they were at, got to understand like their wants and needs. It's a lot different now that we all have kids. Like when my brother and sister get together, my brother's kids are there, his wife's there, my sister's fiance, now husband, is there. So I'm looking forward to what Thanksgiving's going to grow into versus like the small gatherings that we had growing up.
Yeah.
Plus with my parents being cops, like they had the craziest schedules. So most Thanksgivings were like, oh, we're going to eat at 11 a.m. today because dad's got to work, or like, hey, mom's not going to be here because mom has to work. And we had a lot of holidays where we all weren't together at the same time, but we'd always find time together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm looking, now that my parents are retired, like I have kids, my brother has kids, my sister's trying for kids. I'm looking forward to those Thanksgivings like next year after, to kind of see the chaos ensue. So
that's good. I know this is like supposed to be a wholesome moment, right? But like being a plumber, like we were just talking about this. I was just talking about this the other day, right? When you say, I forget who I was talking to, but when it's like, when your family says, like, you know, you have your parents are like, hey, you guys trying for kids? And it's like, respectfully, like, I don't know. Yeah, sure, we're trying. What does that mean? You know, like everyone knows what that means, but it's like, yeah, we're trying, you know, like we've been trying for the last month. They're like, crazy. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Like, respectfully, we're going to keep it PG in here, but I'm just like, I always laugh at
thoughts that I'll keep it.
Yeah, you know, yeah, I'm just like, I'm like, yeah, we're trying, you know. I always laugh about it because they're like, I always have my wife's family or my family like, so you guys gonna try for another kid? I'm like, I'm always practicing, but whether I'm trying or not, I don't know, you know.
Yeah.
Holidays are the funnest. I think it's my family, they drink, so holidays get fun, you know.
Do you guys have any weird traditions?
No, I don't know.
Do you have any traditions?
No, I don't think so.
You know, some families have traditions like Thanksgiving. Families will go do like backyard football or like a turkey bowl.
No, I think that's just
me either. I was hoping.
I think that's just you guys. No, you guys don't have anything. No,
I mean, we would like growing up where I grew up in Santa Clarita. We'd go play a turkey bowl, but it was mostly like friends from school. So we'd go down to the park. We'd play a football game. Come back.
Yeah, no, we weren't that cool. I guess no, we. I mean, us cousins would like go out and like before our street became like packed, we'd all go have football outside.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? I guess but it wasn't like, hey, we're having Thanksgiving turkey bowl outside. You know, like
official jerseys and all.
Yeah, grab your pads. Someone's getting wrecked.
Maybe you'd have less family fights if you did.
Yeah, maybe possibly. But I don't honestly. No, I think this year they started. I mean, I think in the recent years, like. My cousins that are now like adults and having kids are starting to like do more like traditions. They're like past, like they're doing like games at night, like where we didn't do before. It was just like eat, chill, chit chat. You know what I mean? But I think now they're like setting up a game where it's like you're passing around like gifts and like people are finding towards the end or whatever. Like it's like, I guess like musical chairs in that aspect. I don't know. I haven't been there for it, but I mean, outside of that, no, we don't have nothing. We're not that kind of family.
You guys do you guys ever do white elephant on Christmas?
No, we started doing Secret Santa because life's expensive now, so it made it easier, you know. But no, we don't do nothing like that. Yeah, I'm about to talk to my family about this. They got to upgrade. We got to level up.
I'm bringing up some ideas.
Yeah.
You guys need to invite me next time.
All they're gonna tell me is like, you're not even here to celebrate them anyways, you know. But yeah.
Well, white elephant. You know what white elephant is?
Yeah, a little bit.
Like you get a random gift to.
Oh yeah, like a little funny gift or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like a Christmas tradition we have, is doing a white elephant. We usually do it with like family, friends, cousins, aunts, other people, and you bring a random gift, right? Whatever it is, it's like $5. I think you put a cap on it, and you make it funny and silly. So every year I'd give a picture of myself.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
Did they like it?
No.
Yeah, usually. There's so many jokes.
I get a gift card, and then like I'd feel bad that I gave a picture of myself, but I'm like, man, you guys are fun.
Dude, there's so many jokes I have, but my family is very dirty minded. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like they're just kind of funny. My dad had a funny one I guess he would do, but yeah, my family's not PG. We're very rated R family. Like sadly. But it's not sadly, it's a great thing. It's funny. It keeps it lighthearted during the holidays.
Let's see. What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Mashed potatoes, bro. Come on. That's not yours?
No.
Dude, mashed potatoes are my go-to. Mashed potatoes and gravy.
The canned cranberry sauce.
Oh.
Right out of a can.
I guess that's good. I don't know. Stuffing? I hate stuffing. Thank you. Yeah. Who likes stuffing? I swear, every Thanksgiving, there's like this massive thing of stuffing. And it goes, like it's gone. But I think that's the worst one.
It tastes like dog food. Like
hey Blake,
sweaty dog food.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Sorry, I switched them out.
Oh, Mallory.
What's up,
We got Mallory on the mic. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Everyone's like, shit.
Never mind. Turn it off.
I'll bleep that out.
That's okay. I'm over here fighting my own demons right now. I'm like,
I'm trying to be good.
Yeah, I'm trying to be good, trying to be wholesome for the holidays.
I'll be honest, I'm not a huge turkey fan, but I'll go for the ham.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The honey baked ham. Mm.
Ooh.
That's what we have every Christmas. It's like turkey on Thanksgiving, ham on Christmas.
You know what my dad does? Smoked turkey.
Oh, smoked turkey's awesome.
Bomb.
So is fried turkey. You ever had fried turkey?
Yeah, that's what they're doing this year. My dad was like, damn, because I guess he was looking up all these recipes on like Pinterest and was like, I found one. It's gonna be the best one yet.
Fried turkey's bomb.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge turkey fan. Time out. The leftovers. That's what I'm here for. The turkey leftovers, turkey sandwiches.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, but like, I don't. Honestly, I'm not a huge turkey fan. I'm with Mal. Like, it's all about the ham. I think that's my go-to. Like every year, I'm like, I'll pass on the turkey, you know, and just eat the ham and the mashed potatoes.
My uncle makes this weird thing. It's like bacon, green beans, maple syrup, and then some other stuff mixed into it.
Y'all do like mac and cheese and stuff, huh? Green
oh
bean.
yeah.
You know what makes a bomb mac and cheese? Reuben. Rub Dog. That dude makes a bomb mac and cheese. I don't know what it is, but it's so good. Does he
bake it and everything?
Yeah. You know what? I lied, actually. I'm going to take it back. Well, mashed potatoes still going to be my number one, but Ty's rolls, she makes homemade rolls.
Oh, yeah.
You've had them, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, dude. Those things are so bomb.
And then she homemade the butter.
Yeah.
That was life-changing.
Yeah, she was just out there. What are those shoes called? Mal, you know what I'm talking about, right? Those butter-making shoes?
What?
Clogs?
I think so. You know, the Amish use them or something. I don't know who uses it. That was probably wrong with me. But still, like,
I think clogs is Polish.
I think they're Dutch, but
I think she's right.
We're all off.
Yeah. We're not cultured audience. We don't know what's going on.
We're from Utah.
I don't know. I don't know what shoes you wear while you make butter.
I don't know.
I didn't know they had butter shoes.
Well, every time I always just think of those like wooden shoes, you know?
Oh, that's the Dutch for sure.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mal.
I just think like that's how they make butter. I don't know. But she did. Yeah. Ty made her own butter and everything. She's as like natural as
butter's made in a barrel.
Yeah.
Where do you get shoes? She just has to wear those shoes when she makes it.
I always tell her, I'm like, you need me to go get you your shoes? You know? She doesn't own a pair, sadly. Oh, dude, that's what I'm going to get her for Christmas. I'm going to get her some wooden shoes. So here you go. You can make your own butter. But Anyway, back to it. I would say those rolls, man. If you guys could try them, they're bomb. They're actually so good. But I would say that her rolls are just everything because it just brings the
whole
mashed
meal
potatoes together.
Yeah.
You know, I could eat like 5 of those. I'm like, there's a problem because they're like massive too.
David's plate's just mashed potatoes and rolls.
Honestly, yes. Like I go to KFC and I'm just like, can I get like a tub of mashed potatoes? Like for me, you know, it's like that's all I eat. I don't even need the chicken or anything. Just give me the mashed potatoes. But
nice.
That'd be my go-to.
Well, what else are we talking about today?
Dude, I don't know. For this episode, I think this was just like, hey, we were rambling, you know, certified yappers. We out here, dog. But I don't know what else. I think we wrapped this one.
All right. Well, you can find us online at www.dinoservicepros.com. You can call us at 435-236-4568. You can find us on all social media, YouTube, Spotify, Apple iTunes at Dino Service Pros. And yeah, if you have any questions, want anything answered, just want to say hey, give us a call, shoot us a message. Love you, bye.
Love you, bye. Thanks for watching.